This year's Met Gala theme has officially been announced and everyone is talking about it. It's going to be called Sleeping Beauty's Reawakening Fashion. But now we have to talk about the 10 celebrities that won't be invited to the 2024 Met Gala. If you like this video and want to see more like it, please be sure to like and subscribe. Number 10, Will Smith. It would come as no surprise if the actor was to be banned from next year's Met Gala, considering his contentious history at last year's Oscars, where he walked up to Chris Rock and slapped him on the face all because he made a joke about his wife Jada Pinkett Smith. The consequences of this moment are still occurring today. Will has apologized for his actions several times, however he was called out again, this time by Chris Rock during his Netflix special Selective Outrage. For his part, Chris finally unleashed his opinion on the incident, and he clearly does not accept Will's apology, nor does he think that he had any valid reason to walk up on stage and slap him across the face. Although the incident happened a full year ago now, it doesn't seem to be something that people have easily forgotten, and it's been very difficult for Will to make his way back into Hollywood. We all know that he was banned from the Oscars for the next 10 years, and even if he was able to be nominated for an award, he would not be able to go in person to accept it. It's likely that a similar ban has already been placed when it comes to the Met Gala. Number 9, Kim Kardashian. For years, the Kardashians have been invited and are well known for not disappointing in the wardrobe department, but there's always been so many rumors going around about them getting uninvited. Just last year, one source who spoke to Page 6 claimed that none of them are going to be invited in 2023, despite the fact that all 5 of the sisters went together in 2022. The first time Kim attended was in 2013. She said she actually cried after the event because she didn't know anyone and she was sure that no one wanted her there. She'd been trying to score an invite for years, but the fashion world did not accept her. For some people, it can be very difficult to get in. Years later, she became the center of controversy when she decided to wear the famous Marilyn Monroe dress that was worn by Marilyn herself. The reason why people were so enraged by this was because it didn't actually fit her. The dress was tailored to specifically fit Marilyn at the time. So in order for Kim to fit in this dress perfectly, she went on a strict diet and forced herself into the gown. But of course, she did end up damaging the dress, simply because her proportions just didn't work. So most people don't ever want to see her attempt something like that ever again. Number 8, Lena Dunham. In a letter conversation with Amy Schumer, Lena Dunham indicated that she did not enjoy her time at the Met Gala. She said, "You and I were literally sitting across from each other at the Met Ball, and it was like a crazy countdown to when we could escape. You were like, we're honored to be here, we're honored to be here." So just like Amy Schumer, she did not seem to enjoy the event whatsoever and had no issue letting everyone know that she had a bad time when it was over, like a lot of other celebrities. But what really got people upset was her comments about New York Giants wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. So she was seated next to him at the gala, which most people would be excited about, but Lena still wasn't satisfied. Apparently he didn't speak to her at all when they were seated next to each other, and she took that personally. She said, "I was sitting next to Odell Beckham Jr. and it was so amazing because it was like he looked at me and determined I was not the shape of a woman by his standards. It was like we were forced to be together and he was literally scrolling on Instagram rather than having to look at a woman in a bow tie." Number 7, Donald Trump. Before he was president of the United States, Trump was a fixture at the Met Gala. It was there that he proposed to his third and current wife Melania in 2004. He appears to have worn the same tuxedo to the event every single year, while Melania's outfits varied a lot. She was often seen in lavish gowns from designers like Dolce & Gabbana, Vera Wang, and Roberto Cavalli. The Trumps used to be regulars at the event, but all that eventually changed somewhere around 2016. 10 months after he was inaugurated as president, Anna Wintour appeared on The Late Show with James Corden, and it was then that he asked her one very interesting question. He said, "Everyone from Beyonce to George Clooney attends, so my question is, who would you never invite back to the Met Gala?" Anna paused for a few seconds and then she said Donald Trump. She didn't give a specific reason for not banning him from the gala, but she doesn't really need one. Anna has hosted the event since 1999, so whatever she says goes. Although it clearly has something to do with how New Yorkers felt about the new president after he moved to the White House. It turns out that she's kept her word over the years because Trump's last appearance at the gala was back in 2012. Number 6, Demi Lovato. The singer opened up about her experience at the Met Gala during an interview with Billboard in 2018, and she has not attended another one since. She said, "I had a terrible experience. This one celebrity was a complete B and was miserable to be around. It was very cliquey. I remember being so uncomfortable that I wanted to drink. It was pretty obvious that she was talking about Nicki Minaj. The two of them bumped into each other on the red carpet and things got very awkward. Demi then posted a picture on Instagram of the moment and it was hilarious. In the picture you can see Nicki literally glaring at her like she didn't even try to hide the fact that she hated her. She captioned the photo saying, "This picture pretty much summed up my first and probably last Met. P.S. Some of y'all need to learn how to take a joke. I'm obviously laughing laughing at the fact that number one, I look incredibly awkward, and number two, that the shade was being thrown in this picture actually gives me life. Demi went directly from the event to an AA meeting, and she said, quote, I changed my clothes, but I still had my diamonds on, millions of dollars of diamonds on in an AA meeting. And I related more to the homeless people in that meeting who struggled with the same struggles that I deal with than the people at the Met Gala. Fake and sucking the fashion industry is deep. Number 5, Tina Fey. The comedian has always been known for her honesty, so it's no wonder that she came clean with fans about her less than desirable experience at the Met. She spoke to David Letterman about her time attending the infamous event in 2010 with the theme of American woman, fashioning, and national identity. She said, if you had a million arms and all the people you would punch in the whole world, they're all there. It is so unbelievable. Clearly, I'll never go again. But you go, and it's this beautiful space, and it's just every jerk from every walk of life is there wearing like some stupid thing. Even though that stupid thing is often considered high fashion, it can look a little ridiculous when you compare it to regular clothing. Tina went on to call the event a jerk parade, so it's really interesting to see that not every celebrity is impressed with the Met, even if it takes them years to just score an invitation, and it's something that they have been waiting for a very long time. Sometimes a real thing turns out to be a major letdown. Number 4, Lili Reinhart. The actress thinks that she could be banned from next year's Met. During the Met in 2022, Lili spoke about the extreme diet that Kim Kardashian did in order to fit into her dress, which was once worn by Marilyn Monroe. While chatting with W Magazine, she said that attending the Met is always fun, but after going again, she doesn't think that she'll be invited back. Quote, I said a certain something about a certain person in a certain dress. I have always wanted to stand for something. While I don't like it if one comment by me turns into 7 articles in People magazine, I never overthink what I post. It has to be a true representation of how I feel, and I would say that whether I had 100 followers or 100 million. At the time, Lili criticized Kim's extreme diet and said, to openly admit to starving yourself for the sake of the Met Gala when you know very well that millions of young men and women are looking up to you and listening to your every word. The ignorance is otherworldly disgusting. Which is true, that's the reason that a lot of people took issue with what Kim Kardashian did at the Met. The controversy was not only about the fact that she lost weight to fit into the dress, it was also about the fact that she gave a lengthy interview about how she lost that weight. Number 3, Zayn Malik. There's a theory that the former One Direction star has been banned from the Met Gala by Anna Wintour after a 2018 GQ interview resurfaced where he throws huge shade at the event. He spoke about his 2016 appearance with Gigi, and he said, I did go, but I didn't go there to be like, yo, take me seriously. I was taking the piss. I went there as my favorite Mortal Kombat character, Jax. He went on to say that the Met Gala is not necessarily anything that he ever knew about or planned on going to. Zayn then doubled down on the fact that he would not normally think of attending. He said, now, it's not something I would go to. I'd rather be sitting at my house doing something productive than dressing up in really expensive clothes and being photographed on a red carpet. To do the self-indulgent, look at me, I'm amazing thing on the red carpet, it's just not me. So the way he was speaking about the event, you would think he was almost embarrassed to be seen there. So it's not entirely surprising that he only ever went that one time. Number 2, Jameela Jamil. In October last year, the actress called out the Met Gala for their 2023 theme, which celebrated the late Karl Lagerfeld. She wrote, this man was indeed supremely talented, but used his platform in such a distinctly hateful way, mostly towards women, so repeatedly and up until the last years of his life, showing no remorse, offering no atonement, no apology, no help to groups he attacked. There is no explanation for his cruel outbursts. She went on to say that he stood against the Me Too movement, gay couples who wanted to adopt, and he was also fatphobic. Jameela went on to list the ways in which she believed that Karl was problematic and unhelpful to certain social movements. She said, why is this who we celebrate when there are so many amazing designers out there who aren't bigoted white men? What happened to everyone's principles and advocacy? You don't get to stand for justice in these areas and then attend the celebration of someone who revealed his own public disdain for marginalized people. However you characterize the German fashion designer, it is true that this year's event honored him. Apart from being a fashion legend, he was also known as someone who tells it like it is, even if that brought about a lot of controversy. Number 1, Gwyneth Paltrow. The actress has always been considered a fashion darling, but she also keeps it real about how unfun such a prestigious event really is. She made it clear that she did not enjoy her time at the Met in the past. She once went on an Australian radio show and spoke to Kyle and Jackie O about the event. She said, it sucked. It seems like it's the best thing in the world and you always think, oh my god, it's going to be so glamorous and amazing and you're going to see all these people. And then you get there and it's hot and it's crowded and everyone's pushing you. This year it was really intense, it wasn't fun. So judging from all the celebrity interviews, it seems as though the Met Gala is not all it's cracked up to be. That same year, she also told USA Today that she did not have a good experience and would not consider returning to the event. Gwyneth straight up said, I'm never going going again. It was so unfun. It was boiling, it was too crowded, I did not enjoy it at all. With comments like that, you would think it would be a self-fulfilling prophecy. After all, why would the event organizers or Anna Wintour herself be inclined to invite her back if she essentially trashed the gala? Especially because it is such a big deal in the fashion world when the event comes around every single year. So what do you guys think about this? Please let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you all in the next video.